All right, great afternoon, top of the hour, and I'm here with a couple of my roadies, Minister Aisha Williams Houston and Coach Valerie Verhoeven Hefty. We are here, y'all, and guess what? We're not all in the same place, but we are in the same place when we're on social media. We have not been on here to talk to the people in a while. We talk almost every day to each other. But we wanted to come out here and talk to you all because we know that there is something about what we do. It doesn't matter if we are in business together or not. We are certain that every listener, every viewer out there would agree that when you show up, you go up. Like when you hear that, I just want to know, what do y'all think about? Whoever wants to jump in first. What do you, and while we're, let me wait before you answer, let me make sure that we are public because I don't want anybody to miss this conversation. There's so many times they might be at work, maybe they can't get on, but they can chime in with us and they can leave their comments. So we are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So ladies, if you all see it on Facebook on your end, I see you. Okay, good. Then you can go and tag yourself, share it on your page because we want the people to come in and talk to us. Those of us who are business partners, if you all need the link to get in, just let us know. If you want to be on studio, you want to be a part of this conversation, you don't have to be in business with us. If you're not in business with us and you have something you want to contribute to the conversation, please feel free to join us. Hey, great afternoon to you too, Stephanie Miller Henderson. She knows what it means to show up and go up. If you want to come in the studio, just let me know. I'll shoot you the link. All right, ladies, talk to the people about what that means to you. When you show up, you go up. Whoever wants to jump in first, let's go.
Showing up is, in my humble opinion, the most important thing I have done for my career pathing with Planet Marketing and teletravel. If you're not there and you're not plugged in, you're not going to see firsthand enough to believe and be a doer, not a sayer. Showing up gives you point of perspective from your colleagues, your team brand partners, our honored directors and senior executives, and even Mr. Bradley. You got to show up when he's on social media or any event. So showing up to me is not just the icing on the cake, it's the whole kit and caboodle.
Yes, thank you so much, Val. Minister Aisha, I know you have something to share on showing up and going up.
Almost definitely. Good afternoon, ladies. Good afternoon to all of you all out there in social media world. When you think about showing up, it's such a word meaning behind showing up in every aspect of your life. And that everybody that's out. Think about those who want to gain knowledge more of our Father and who He is. If you don't show up, if you don't participate in a church service or participate in your word, how are you going to benefit? How are you going to elevate up in your spiritual aspect of life, right? If you don't have that information and put it in you, if you don't make yourself available to be around individuals where you can grow from. Same way within the business. Your 9 to 5 that you work every day. It just so happened we don't work a 9 to 5, but we work 24/7 for our business. But when you think about the 9 to 5s that you all work today, in order to elevate up, in order to learn what it is that you're doing, you have to show up. They have orientations. If you're not at orientation, you will not get the job. So when you think about it from your own perspective with your business, with your work, if you don't stay linked in, how would you ever know what it is that you're doing? How would you know how to promote your business? You don't know. I mean, you can go and you can learn a couple of things on your own, but it's always good to connect with those who have proven that they know the business because they have ranked up already. So when you show up, it'll show in your actions. It'll show in your growth and development. It'll show in your finances when you show up. It's so vital to show up. And this is why I'm always trying to show up and be a part of what's going on with my business, because I don't treat it like something casual. I treat it as if it's really important to me, which it is, because people depend on me. So show up, show up.
So thank you, ladies. So this is what I want all the viewers to understand. Let's be very clear. I don't want anybody to think that we're only talking about our business. Those of you who are on, Stephanie, I don't know if you're still on. I know Betty Brown wanted to be in the studio, so I made sure I tagged her. But what do you do? See, what do when people see you? This is a real question too, and I want you all to really think about this before answering. When people see you or hear your name, what do they think? And I'm saying that as if we always know. And guess what? We don't always know. We don't. But you have a sense, you have a feeling eventually. And I'll tell you why. If people are always running away from you because you feel salesy to them, like a salesperson, right? That, oh, here she comes talking about that. We don't want anybody to feel that we're chasing anyone, right? We show up in what we do. It's not about a placement. It's not only about a placement. It's not, oh, I'm going to this meeting. I'm going to show up as D.F. Russell wherever I go. Like, and who is D.F. Russell? Is she the educator today? Is she the businesswoman today? Is she the wife? Is she the mother? Is she the bonus mom? Is she the sister? Is she the TT? I'm showing up. Like, you got to be there. You got to be present. And see, the last few, I'd say, guys, over the weekend, how many of you know, and this is out there for social media land, right? How many of you know is sometimes you can't always show up. I couldn't show up for the team this weekend. Okay? So let's be real and transparent here. Physically, if you're not ready, you can't show up. You won't be able to show up emotionally, mentally, or physically. You just can't. So this weekend, when I was at time out. Val, why was it such a shock to you when you had to reach out to both me and Minister Aisha on Friday or Monday, whatever day it was that both of us missed the call, the early morning call? Why was it such a shock to you? Share that with the people. Oh, you're on mute, Val. Hey, Yelena in Rome. Good to see you all. There you go, Val.
You both always show up. And when two of the top people on our team weren't there, and not only do I care and love you as my business partners, also as my sisters in Christ, it was a little panic on Val's side because, oh, geez, what's going on? And I kept nudging throughout the day, both of you, just to find out and checking in as part of showing up. There's no I in team. And that's what we are. We're a team and we're a family. And family shows that they care. Family shows up. Now, your family doesn't have to be blood. Okay. I just absolutely adore and love my Planet family. I know who I can count on. I know who will mentor and coach me. I know who will give me tough love, push me and drive me, support me and join me. And that's really important. You need to know that you can count on those to show up for you. And you, in turn, must and should show up for them.
So you answered the question. You said we're always there. And so you're noticed when you aren't there. Let's talk about that. It's kind of funny to me, right? Because when you're a valuable asset to anything, whether it's the family, let me not show up to the family dinner. Oh, people want to know, where's Denise? Let me not show up to convention. People are like, what? What's going on, right? That's when you know that you add value to something. Like, what do you add value to? If you're absent, what's the feeling? Minister Aisha, talk about that really quickly. The time I called you, or the time. Oh, go ahead. You want to answer the last one? What were you about to say?
Well, I want to touch on what Val said. Showing up, as you stated earlier, life hits sometime, and sometimes you have to take a moment to rest, to regroup, and come back. But even in your resting, you can still show up by communicating with one another. So I like when Val said that, as far as showing up, just to check in and see, hey, how you doing? When you check in, you still showing up. Hey, not today. Can you guys, take it over for me? So showing up is being valuable and being ready, being someone that you can depend on.
Yep. And that's what I was going into next. There are people who, if they don't show up, people may not notice. Ooh, you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that. And I'm not just saying that for the loud people. Okay. Like I'm loud. So like, you don't hear me yelling in the room. People kind of know, like, oh, we don't hear Denise. But you don't always have to be the loudest. Sometimes it's the quiet storms too. The observers, the people who are taking it in and they're thinking before they're speaking. Like, you can still be quiet and be missed if you're not there. But see, there are some people, they won't show up until somebody calls on them. Nobody's ever going to be that important. Okay, please know that when you're on a team, don't ever think that you're so important that you can't reach out until somebody reaches out to you. You got a wrong, flawed way of thinking. So I want to make sure people out there, I know somebody feeling what I'm saying, not just the ladies in the studio with me. There are some people who understand that you might have people like that you work with. They sitting back, hands folded, arms crossed, waiting. When you in business, you're going to have to stay on the train because the train keeps going. That happens with Amtrak. Hello, any Amtrak riders out there? You make a stop, and the stop is scheduled to be there. The train is scheduled to be at that stop at a certain time, and it's scheduled to take off at a certain time. Guess what? If you're still in there trying to play around with the vending machine, you're going to get left. And you're going to have to wait tomorrow and get on the next train. Come on, Asian, what you about to say?
Check this out. Director DF Russell. Check this out. When you show up, don't show up just to be seen. See, some people show up when the cloud is around. When you show up, are you effective? What are you doing in your show up time? Like you said, when you're gone, would people miss you? Would they know that you're gone? Or just think about it. Just think about it for 1 minute. People show up for the wrong purpose. They show up for the wrong thing. When you show up, you're supposed to show up to be a hand of help some way, somehow. What role do you play when you show up? That's the real question. Are you impactful? Does someone see some great quality of you that you can encourage them to do better and to push and not give up? Or are you showing up with problems and you nagging and you complain and you're causing other people to walk away? Then you might as well go ahead and be missed. Because when we want you to show up, we want you to show up with something ready to put in, because it's a team effort again, not an I thing, but a team thing, if that makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. Speaking of value, ask yourself, what value do you bring to the team? And this is for anybody watching, anybody listening. If you're at work right now, how valuable are you to the people in that office? How valuable are you to the people on your team? And I want you ladies to answer that. If your team had to answer that about you, what would they say? What would they say? That's what I don't want you to say ideally what I would want them to say. No, what would your team say? And when I say your team, it doesn't mean everybody on the team. Everybody on the team is not going to say anything. Everybody on the team is not going to say something that you want to hear. But overall, in general, the people who show up and they know you, what value would they say that you add to the team that you're on, whether it's Planet, IntelliTravel, something your other businesses? Valerie, you start. What value do you think you add to the team, and your team would agree?
Well, I've actually had this conversation with many of my members on my team, and they know that I'm always there. I'm accessible, that I truly care. Even as an educator, they said, well, what makes her, such a great teacher? It was, she cares. She truly cares about us, and she'll do anything to pace and meet you along the way. That I am a nurturer. Yes, I like the limelight, but I like my people in the limelight too. I like to develop people. I like to meet them where they're at and take them where they want to or need to be. And I think my team would definitely say that. As an aside, the first time I made just our type of team trip, not speaking to Atlanta or Orlando, last year when I made it up to Chicago, and again this year in Milwaukee when I came up, so many people, including my dear director Denise and Asha, Val's here. I can't believe it. Val is here. And many people know me through social media on the team, but I haven't had the honor of meeting everybody. But I am still part of a team. My dear director here in Asha, Minister Asha Williams, they live in Milwaukee. I live in North Carolina, and I have team members in like 6 different states. And the clay that you shape and mold is what you're going to have. If you present yourself positive energy, I've been also told by many people, I bring the sunshine. Don't ever put your laundry out there on social media. They don't want to hear it. They don't need to hear it. And it can really do great damage, and encourage your people to do the same. Don't be a downer Debbie, and don't be a Karen. Be you. Be genuine. Be genuine.
Yes, you all heard her say it. Yes, she did say it. That's right. Don't be one of those, right? Thank you, Val. And I would agree. You definitely are a true example of someone who shows up. There are a lot of people who we have all over the country. And if they're somewhere by themselves, the majority of their team isn't there, they'll quit. They'll give up. They'll make excuses. They'll blame everybody else instead of doing the things that they know how to do. And you've proven that you know what to do. You know what to do. That's why there are some times where those of you who are growing may not get the same response or the quickest response from me. You know why? Because it's like the mother bird pushing the baby birds out to fly. Like if you don't do it, if I'm not there, does it mean you're not going to do it? If I'm not on the call and you have guests, are you just going to wait for me? No, I'm not creating followers. I'm creating leaders. I don't want a team full of followers. I want a team full of leaders when they're ready. Now, some people want to lead before they're ready. You're not ready yet. So you got to keep following. And that's what you did. You kept following. You kept reaching out. Guess what? You kept making mistakes and you didn't quit. You came back, you say, I'm calling it a night. I'm frustrated. I'm going to bed. But you get right back up the next day and say, all right, can you show me again? Let's go. And that's what you're looking for. See, I want to make let me make no mistakes about it. We're not looking for just anybody. We don't want just anybody. We're not here for numbers. I remember someone said that to me once. Minister Aisha, remember I told you somebody said that? Well, if you just need me to reactivate for the I said, oh no, please don't do me a favor. We're not looking for people. We're not even looking to save the people. One of my mentors in the business, say it again. Right, following cloud. Yeah, that's one thing I don't do because I know who I am. I already know who I am. I don't have to gas anybody else up. I'm going to respect people because I expect to be respected. I don't want anybody to gas me up, and I'm going to be a leader regardless. AM or PM, Sunday through Saturday, I'm going to be the leader who shows up and goes up. What value do you add, Minister Aisha?
Well, it's easy for me and all of us to say what value that we have. So I thought it was good that you behind Val and told her value of what you see of her. And I'm going to give you a little value of what I've been told that individuals, my partners, and the rest of my team would say that, number one, I am a leader, without a doubt. I'm a leader. I'm also an encourager. I do my best to encourage. I'm a winner. I strive to succeed. I'm not a quitter. I won't fail at anything. I'm a teacher. I'm a coach. I have an exuberant attitude, which is a cheerful attitude, and I'm a fighter. I will fight to the very end. And I am one that will take accountability because I don't hit the mark all the time. I don't know everything, and I can proudly say that I don't. So those are the values that I have to offer to my team and to anybody outside my team.
Thank you, Minister Aisha, and I would agree. Everybody says they want the push, but not everybody can stand the push. They want the push, but can't stand the pressure. Minister Aisha will push and push and push. And sometimes we don't always want it. She pushes me to do certain things, like eat this and not that. And I don't want to hear it. But the good thing is, we can have honest dialogue about it. And she says why, and you need to do this, but it doesn't stop her from pushing. When you really care about something and you care about someone, you will continue to push them unless they just tell you not to. And so I can appreciate that assertiveness about Minister Aisha as it relates to our team. And not just that example, but every example that was given. What would people say about what value do I add? I'm gonna go left a little bit. I'm the editor. And what do I mean by that?
Yes, Lord.
I'm the editor. And that might seem like that goes so far away from what we're talking about. But when it's in you, it's in you. See, Minister Aisha has the word of God in her so tough that it comes out like in everything she says, everything she does. I'm an editor, so I see it everywhere, right? So it's just different, totally different spectrums and all of that. But when it's who you are, I'm an educator, so I can't help but to see it. If I see an error, if I see something that can be spruced up, if I can see something that's too much, too wordy, too busy, whatever the case. And when I have to be corrected in those areas, I'm almost sick. Like, Denise, you don't miss this. Like that's not what you do when it's in you so much. And everybody used to say that about me, even at the school. Like, oh, don't put a flyer up and Miss Russell not see it because she's going to point something out. Yeah, because we're educators. And educators can't afford to make mistakes. We're the ones that people come to check your paper. We're the ones that people seek advice from. We're the teachers. Teachers make all other professions possible. No profession would get to where it was without a teacher, an expert in the field. And so that's how I feel about English language, like grammar and all of that, writing and speaking. But I also feel that way about leadership. And one thing,
Director.
Oh, go ahead. Cut me off. Go ahead.
But let Val and I give our perspective of who you are. So what I would say about Director D.F. Russell, which is really good, she's a perfectionist. She wants to perfect everything that she does, which I think Val and I, we can put ourselves in that category too. She is a coach for real, like literally a coach overall, from physical, mental, spiritually. She's a coach. She's a winner. She is one that loves to win and will not take a loss for nothing. She is that editor, which to me still kind of lines up with being a perfectionist, wanting everything on point, on time. She's a talker. She is a talker. She would talk you. She would talk you. She would go to battle with you on some things until you give her a clear understanding on where you're coming from. She won't give up until she has the last word, which is a good thing. And she knows, let me tell you, she knows this business like the back of her hand. And when she tells you something about it and you try to second guess her, it's almost like she's going to go back into that principal role and tell you to write this 20 times each down. So I'm going to be quiet and go ahead and look down.
Love it. I take it, Minister. Thank you.
I guess the thing I admire most with Denise is the tenacity she has in the persistent consistency each and every day. I have a nickname for her, which I'll share. She's my little lamb of God that roars. You know when you're doing good, she roars and prays, and you know when you need to adjust. And it's done with a tough love perspective. A perfect example is the last week or so, I was trying to nail down navigating Eventbrite. And I wanted to start changing a circle of influence and learn the program. And like she said, I'll call it and I'm frustrated and I'll get back at it in the morning. She gives you just enough knowledge. And then I don't want to say walks away, but puts you on the side to see what you're going to do. Are you going to do it on your own, or are you going to wait for her to do it for you? And let me tell you, you learn way more doing it on your own. If you keep calling her and asking, she knows you know where to find the information, but you're lazy or you're taking a shortcut, the easy way out. Well, there is no easy way out. And a true director, a true leader has that in the forefront of their mind, of their presence, of their abilities, the leadership skills that Director Denise has, shows, and always emulates. Like last night or the other night, we had some team meetings Tuesday and Wednesday with other directors around the globe. And we were hearing things from them that we first heard from Denise. So that is probably the best validation of what kind of success you are going to achieve when you partner up with her leadership skills and our people, because we emulate her. We follow the leader. Okay, we are leaders, but we look to our esteemed leader for guidance. And we're not afraid to copy the best, okay? Some of the best things are bought, borrowed, or stolen. but always give credit. And I just want to give credit to this lady, this wonderful Christian person and my director and leader, for being my support. My sponsor, Life is Happening. There's illnesses in her family. And Denise, first of all, even though she was a director, she asked my sponsor permission to mentor me. She doesn't like stepping on toes, but she's not afraid to correct when it's needed. And that's what a true leader, that's what a real parent does. And she's leading us, she's nurturing us, and she's also parenting us. Yeah. And in the whole process, we have fallen in love with her and she with us.
Thank you.
Please let me add this. No, let me add this, please. Listen, if you ever catch her quiet, okay, and you're talking and you're saying something, oh, she's not in agreements with it. She's going to let you get it all the way off. And because she cares about individuals' feelings and she understands that maybe you're not catching it or you don't know, she'll be quiet because she's trying to come up with a way to correct you or give you the right information that you need. And you're not going to see her agree with a lot of things. You can talk to you blue in the face, but she's going to let you know at the end of the day where the true value holds. And you got to really honor a person who has a heart of love, because love is the key to everything. If you don't operate and move in love, then you're not effective. You're ineffective. So what I appreciate with my director is her heart is filled with love. She exemplified what love is, and love always moves. It's an action. It takes form. It's a verb. So it's moving, it's producing, it's doing something. So that's what she do. And even in the correction, because when a person can correct you, they're showing love because they don't want to see you keep going the wrong way. And oftentimes people don't identify that it's truly love, that somebody trying to help you get it together. So thank you, Director D.F. Russell.
Thank you both, ladies. I can receive everything that you said, and you said it so eloquently. You didn't beat me up with it. No, I'm really messing with you. Both of you, thank you for the truth, and thank you for hearing my truth. If people only knew the journey so far, and I mean just with the three of us, right? Just understanding, I'll never forget. Man, I'll never forget. Two things about both of you all that brings us to today, right? To know that you are the two who are in the studio today and can speak candidly and proficiently about what we do. I remember a conversation me and Val had early on. And when I tell you it was so necessary, it was necessary for us to understand where we both were, where we both stood, what we both heard, what we both interpreted, and what we both needed. And that's why we can mesh the way that we do today. That's why when Val flew into Milwaukee last week and we made arrangements and adjustments to make sure we personally picked her up from the hotel, got her to where she needed to be, got her back to the airport, spent time on the highway. You never know where a relationship is going to go. But if you know that you have two genuine people who really want the best for themselves and their business, you're going to go through those storms together. And me and Minister Aisha had the pleasure of being in the car together for about 5 hours from St. Louis. And both of us have loud mouths, big personalities. We stand on what we believe. We listen, but we talk too. And we were going back and forth about something for the longest. Like, I remember exactly where we were on the highway when I'm like, why are we still going back and forth about this? But neither of us would concede because we wanted the other to hear what we were saying. And when we got back to Milwaukee, guess what? We weren't further apart. We were closer, because that's what building relationships is about. Knowing the other person's truth, knowing what they believe, knowing what they stand on, and then still saying, now let's go make some money together. Okay. See, some people you got to live with. So you got to know how to operate with your spouse. You got to know how to communicate with your spouse. Some people you worship with. So you go to church together. You got to know how to be in the same room and be free of any types of oughts or whatever you may have. And some people you're in business with. And when you're in business, you don't fall out with people who help you make money. That's something is wrong when you do that. You don't fall out with people who help you make money. You get an understanding. You mesh it out. You talk it out. When you done talking, you should be tired. And that's how our talks go. We're tired when we're done. Like, all right, let's call it a night. Let's sleep on it, pray on it. Let's see you in the morning on the IMV. You know what I mean? That's so see, let me sit up and then I'm gonna close this out because I got to teach a class.
We're different. Everyone is different in their own way. You're merging two different personality, two different views.
Yes. And it's okay. That's what people have to understand. It's okay. I can't take too many Denises at one time. I don't know if I can have a twin. I don't know if I can be a triplet or quadruplet. I don't know. We'd kill each other probably, right? and it's okay. But y'all, what I want to say is I wanted us to get on here today, and I'm gonna wrap this up now in a couple minutes, because we have a lot that we not only know, not only do, but that we want to share with the masses. And some of you have been wondering, you've been questioning, you've been asking, you've been waiting, you've been praying, trying to figure out, is it the right move to partner up with us in what we do in business? The answer is yes, yes, and yes. But you need to understand the details of what we do. We literally represent a marketing company that sells home-based travel. I don't know if you all recognize it, but we're all in our homes right now, like relaxing. I don't have shoes and socks on right now. I don't have to have my stockings on and my heels, we don't have to. This is what we do. And we have the freedom. Aisha's in her home. Val is in her home. It's the comfort of your own home, and you're still able to make money. Today is Thursday. Do you know we got paid today? Do you know that the 10th is coming up and the 10th is Sunday and we get paid Sunday? Like there are so many of you who want to know what we do, and we want to invite you to hear about it tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Zoom. Contact one of us if you are interested. I'm not going to put it out here right now because there is a passcode, because we're getting to the point where we're growing so much. We don't want everybody in on the Zoom. We only want those who are serious and like-minded. But when I tell you, there's something to be said about the person who is able to collect multiple streams of income in a month. And we want to help you get there. We're not asking you to quit your job. We're not suggesting that you quit your job. What we're simply saying is that you need to hear what it is we're doing and see how you can fit it into your life, because it will change your life. Ladies, thumbs up if you agree.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's what we do.
Collectively here, we have over 110 years of entrepreneurial advice, experience, and skill sets. And this is just 3 of us. Denise has is it over 200 now, right? 230 or something on her team. And each and every one that is truly serious and wanting to grow. Imagine the wealth of information, experience, coaching, and mentoring that you all get for free. There's no charge. She doesn't charge me for a pep talk. She doesn't charge me for a game plan session. She doesn't charge me when, sometimes I get to the point for other reasons I'm near crying. And she wants me to let her know so she can help me navigate it. And that's what we all do. We help you navigate the waters, climb the mountains, and traverse the bridges to get to the point where you are comfortable in your own skin, confident. You walk in a room, you own it. Okay. She's perfect at owning a room, but not with a cocky attitude that people are going to turn their heads and say, who is this woman? That's our director, soon to be 2-star director, Denise Fields Russell. Praise be to God.
That's it.
And I want to add something before we get off this platform. We get so passionate about this. At least I know I can speak for my partners here on the line. Is because we truly, truly, truly want to be able to help people, especially when you look around this world today. It's not the same. Things are changing, things are evolving, and we are true people get to a better place to where they can better assist their family. And my heart sometimes is just so overwhelmed when people truly don't take the time to at least check it out, especially when we're doing this anyway. Why don't we want to build for our family? See, I was an individual that lacked a lot of knowledge, When I talk about this business, the growth and development, the education that we learn, thousands, if we went somewhere else to get the help, but it's free, it's just truly amazing. So I am just hoping today that when you see this StreamYard, that you won't just keep watching us or keep thinking, here they go again, or what benefit they have. When I tell you, you will benefit overall by becoming, you would truly appreciate the fact that we're always trying to touch somebody's heart and mind to where they'll be able to help their family grow. So just come on, just come on, just come on. It's free information, whether you choose to or not. It's free. I rest my mic.
Thank you, Minister Asia. Thank you, Val. In closing, y'all, we invite you to join us tonight, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Zoom 27. I can give you the Zoom because you have to reach out to us for the password. 277-973-9239. Get with the person who tagged you in this video, who shared it with you, who told you take a listen, because we have something for you tonight. We don't want you to miss it. All right. Y'all take care, be blessed, and we will see you tonight, 7 p.m. See you later.
Minister Asia. Okay. I don't know how to get off now, Val.
Up at the top right corner, it should say log in and sign out. What the hell is that noise? What the hell is that noise?
Okay. Okay. So now,